Good afternoon, members and friends of Calvary. Time for our video devotion of the week. Today it comes from John chapter 11 as an add-on to our series on my favorite things about Jesus. We looked at John chapter 11 last time at the fact that Jesus does things differently than we do and in a different time frame than we would typically desire that, from the story of Mary and Martha and the death of their brother Lazarus. Jesus didn't come when they thought he would, but of course he was always correct in all that he did. John 11:35 is probably one of the most famous verses in the Bible, and it just says this: Jesus wept. Then said the Jews, "Behold, how he loved him." Of course, Jesus wept for many reasons. The Bible says that he wept because of the pain of those that were suffering because of the loss of Lazarus. In verse number 33, the Bible says, "And Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping which came with her. He groaned in the spirit and was troubled." It bothers Jesus when things bother us. When you're hurting today, Jesus hurts with us today. What a blessing it is to know that he cares enough about us to care about the things that we care about. Next, not only did he weep or was emotional because of the pain of those around him, he was emotional because of Lazarus. In verse number 14, he said clearly and plainly, Lazarus is dead. One of his good friends had passed away, and Jesus was sorry for him. I've often heard Brother Al Lacey preach a message years ago that Jesus wept not because Lazarus was dead, but because he had to bring him back to life from heaven and so forth where he was. And then thirdly, the Bible tells us that Jesus wept in verse number 38. Jesus therefore again, groaning in himself, cometh to the grave. So Jesus wept because of our pain. Jesus wept because of Lazarus's pain, but Jesus was in pain himself. Jesus is an empathetic God. Jesus sympathizes with our suffering, but he himself hurt because of Lazarus's death. I'm thankful today that we don't serve a distant, far-off God that is disjointed from his creation, that cannot interact with us or feel what we feel or know what we feel, who simply looks down on us and feels sorry for our hurt, but he himself is immune to it. No, he hurts when we hurt, and he hurts because it hurts him. I'm thankful today. One of my favorite things about Jesus today is he chooses to interact with his creation and care about his creation to the point where it hurts him, it pleases him, it makes him happy, sad, etc. All of those things. What a God.